Hi, welcome to Brentwood Urban Farm. I'm Emily.
I'm Caspian.
And we are going to can persimmons. Anything that an apple, a nectarine, or a pumpkin is used in, you can likely substitute a persimmon. We picked these from our tree in the back. When you do canning, cleanliness is next to godliness. You'll notice we both have our hair up. No one wants hair in their persimmon jam. That's disgusting. We've rinsed them and we're gonna start preparing them for the jam. This part takes a while. When you're doing canning, you always remove skins and always remove seeds and cores. And of course, at Brentwood Urban Farm, we compost all of the skins and seeds and cores. It goes back to feed the earth. Second, we'll do the pickled persimmons, but for the jam, we just want to cut it into little cubes, so that will make it cook down more quickly. Now comes the very long part, where you cook your beautiful fruit down to jam. Sometimes it can take a couple of hours. So we have all of the chopped and diced persimmons. They're skinned, they're cored. They're gonna sit in here for a little while. We are going to add 6 cups of sugar, which is a lot, but that's how we naturally preserve the persimmons so they can last for at least a year. When you're cooking your fruit down into jam, you want the heat to be on medium-low and stir so it doesn't burn on the bottom. We'll be putting a lid on it later that will help accelerate the cooking process, but we'll still want to stir it very periodically, if that even makes sense. And we have boiling hot water. I always, whenever I'm canning, I just always have the full kettle of boiling hot water, so at any moment if I need to put more water in the jars or in with the canner, it's good to go. So now we're chopping more persimmons because we aren't tired of it yet. We want to keep chopping persimmons forever. But these ones, luckily, we don't have to chop as small because this is pickled persimmons instead of jam. Now we are making a brine. We are going to boil and then put over the top of the persimmons to pickle them. So we need 3 cups of apple cider vinegar. Please use organic, especially when it comes to apples, because nobody wants pesticide in their food. 1 cup rice vinegar. 2 cups of sugar. We need 3 tablespoons of freshly chopped ginger.
I just squeezed some lemons and we need 6 tablespoons of lemon juice to go into the jam.
Persimmons are naturally very starchy, and so you don't have to add pectin to your jam, otherwise it could get really stiff, more like a jelly. So by adding the lemon juice, it helps. Between the combination of the sugar and the lemon, it sets up the jam so it gives it a little bit more substance. So we just chopped the fresh ginger. Of course, we put the skins in the compost, and we're putting 4 tablespoons of fresh ginger into the pickled persimmon brine. Say that 3 times. Now we are stirring the brine. Caspian is using the handy dandy canning kit to remove our hot jars so we can load them up. Very cool. Pioneer Settler gave us a generous present. They gave us a canning kit. With very clean hands, we are going to put the persimmon slices into the canning jars. So we have to fill within 1/4 inch of the top. We are making pickled persimmons. They're spicy, they're sweet. It's really important that you wipe the top, especially along this flat section here and all underneath where the seal is going to be made. So I always just get a clean paper towel and gently wipe it, and we tighten the jar, but not too tight, just like finger tight, because it needs to have just some room for steam to escape. I got this great canner on the Pioneer Settler website, and what I'm excited about with this canner is I've always done water bath canning, which takes more water, and this canner can do water bath or steam. So with the steamer, we don't have to use as much water. We only fill the water to right below the tray that's inside that keeps the cans from touching the bottom. If you want to use water bath, you actually flip it around and do it the other way. So now we're going to stick all of our pickled persimmons in here. It's a good idea to wear mitts because these jars are hot and it's very hot going inside here. So this is the last phase of our canning. This is the part that allows your wonderful work to be preserved for at least a year if you do it right. Some people go through all the trouble of making a jam or something like this, and they don't make this last little extra step, which only takes about 10 minutes. So you can also use your tools, but I'm a little awkward right now because I have a hurt wrist. So now we have the lid on, and you want your steam vents to be away from you. And depending on where you live and what your altitude is, you have to steam for a longer period of time. We're in zone 1 because we're in lovely California. We only have to steam for 10 minutes. So after these steam for 10 minutes in the canner, we'll take them out using our tools, and we'll wait for them to pop. And you'll hear them start popping right away, and that means the lid has sealed. That means you can store it in a dark place for at least a year. So it's been 10 minutes in the steamer. Make sure you open the lid away from you. It's very hot. Now we're going to use our special tool and very, very carefully lift this bad boy out of here, and hopefully soon
Pop.
it's gonna pop. Yes. Yes.
We've all seen that onion in our own kitchen where it's gone a little bit too far, we hadn't eaten it yet, and it starts getting these little rootings that come out of the end. The rest of the onion's still good, but you can chop off the bottom of that onion and just stick it back in the ground. You'll have one of your own growing soon.